I had a client call today, and the end call was pretty awesome. Where he's like, "Yeah, learned more about my body in the last hour than I have probably my entire life," and he's in his 40s. But before that, in the call, we're going through his blood work, and there's some pretty significant stuff in the extended cholesterol panel. And like the naturopath ran the panel and then told him it was fine. He didn't need to worry about it. There were numbers that were marked in the red flag category. Like in on that panel, it's like you're good, this is a medium concern, this is a red flag. He was all the way over in the red flag category and the naturopath told him he was fine. Those specific markers that we're talking about were markers for his homocysteine, his PLAC, and then his lipoprotein A. And they were all like through the roof high. If you don't know what those markers are for, homocysteine is a marker that the American Heart Association has said is the primary indicator of whether or not you'll have a heart attack in the next 5 years. And when it's high, more of a likelihood, and it's more of an indicator of whether or not you have a heart attack in the next 5 years than your LDL cholesterol. Just, just so you know. So it's through the roof, and his naturopath said it was fine. The PLAC looks at how much inflammation is in the blood vessel itself. And again, his is like in the red category. And then the lipoprotein A, um, that looks at like how oxidized and inflammatory is your actual LDL cholesterol, and is it causing you a problem right now? Could it be potentially leading to plaque formation? And the answer is his is yes. It's absolutely yes. But the naturopath said it's fine. He also had several markers that like pointed towards an autoimmune disorder. And the very last page finally showed that yes, he has autoimmune antibodies being produced against his thyroid and some other ones that are popping up. And then also I asked him, have you been having any issues with like your feet feeling bad? And sure enough, he does. And yeah. And the labs that this naturopath ran, they're from a company that is in the like functional medicine space. And so their ranges are a little narrower than most other people's. However, they are still wider than the range where I want to see them. And regardless, they flagged several things as red flag. Not even we should pay attention to this, but like these are a red flag. And the naturopath said, "You're fine. Let's rerun labs in 60 days." Just for a little history, I had met this client originally back in January through a colleague of mine, and we ran his genetics, got his genetics back, and there's some stuff there. And he booked this call because he felt like something was more important and needed to be talked about. He just wasn't sure what, and he was glad to have the information, and we have a plan in place. But not only that, back in January when we met, we had a conversation about the number. I mean, he literally, there was a list of 37 supplements, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, we need to like way decrease that. And based on your symptoms, the only ones that I would use at this moment in time are these four, and let's run a liver detox. One of the first thing he says to me is, I cannot believe how right on you were about the liver detox. Like, I didn't know that my rosacea and my acne and my psoriasis would clear up doing a liver cleanse. If you're looking at how do I improve my longevity? How do I improve my overall health? How do I do it in a meaningful way? The things that you should do, get your genetics tested so that we can tell you what exactly you need and also what things to avoid, because he has supplements on that list that according to his genetics he should not be taking ever. And also, there are some things that will help him long term have better longevity, but he still gets to do it with less. Like, we'll have his supplements down after we get through this thing to lower the viral load in his body. We'll have his supplements down to five. Five. Your longevity plan shouldn't be 50 things. It should be simple. That's what's being done in the space of the blue zones in the world. They're not taking 1,000 things. They're not doing red light therapy. They're not doing a cold plunge every day. They're not doing a red light sauna every day. They are not taking ozonated water. They're not taking all the things. You know what they are doing? They're doing things that help them feel good. They're moving every day. They get down into a deep squat most days and they hang out with people they like. Did you know there was actually a study, I think it was Stanford that did it, where they took 12 men who were of a certain age and they put them for 6 weeks in a room that looked like 1950s furnishings, basically. And they gave them newspapers from that time period and had them talk about the things that were going on in the 1950s. And all of those guys had reversed aged at the end of 6 weeks. You're doing too much. You're making it too hard. And yes, there are things that we have to focus on now that our grandparents and great grandparents did not, like actually getting enough sunlight every day and actually moving our bodies every day because our desk jobs are killing us. But you're still making it too hard. If you want a way to simplify it all and you want to know what your exact blueprint says, click the link, reach out to me, and let's get you started on the path to your best optimal health.